Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 4th, 2022 Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Note that there will be a loud sound. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Alright, Virgo, as the singing bowl was playing, I was listening to the vibrations as we were releasing our negativity, and there is a sense of, like, it has to wash away. It has to wash away. And then ancient wisdom coming forward. Something from the past where you can be like, it could be from a family member, like, oh, that was such an old saying that my grandma used to say, or my grandpa, or something like that. Ancient words coming forward. It doesn't mean that it has to be from ancient, texts. It can be words from the past coming forward and things washing away. So that's going to be very important during this time. So let's start off by setting everything up. Let's get everything all set up all at once. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the energy that we need to be mindful of, the 10 of Pentacles, which is an interesting card to be mindful of. This is our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Falling right out, universal light, the soul star chakra. There's an illumination to us during this time, which is brilliant. Words from our angels and spirit guides coming forward. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the Maya. And then we have our tarot. And we use multiple tarot decks to see messages coming forward, everything, being able to present itself clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Knight of Swords and the World. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels, ooh, goodness. And of course it falls on the floor. Give me just one moment to pick it up. You guys get to hear my squeaky floor. Oh, here you go. Oh, that's nice. We have the Messenger of Earth, the 10 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. Yes, you do get to hear my squeaky floor. I like that we come through as the messenger, because on the Angel Day 44, this is a time where our messages come forward from our angels and our spirit guides. So we're receivers of those messages. That's going to be a big deal for us. I don't know why I always hold my breath when I pick up cards from the floor. It's so funny. All right, let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. All right. We have the Emperor, Aries energy, the Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords repeating itself. Strong air sign energy coming through. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then finally, we have Angels and Spirit Guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Coins. Again, the Knight of Pentacles comes through. So that's going to be very important. And we have the King of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love that. So whenever we have the king and the queen from the same suit, from the same deck in a reading, that's a soulmate connection, a true love connection, and that is really quite powerful. So the king and the queen of cups coming through, that's our heart connecting. This is going to be a time where our heart connects. Now, let's start with talking about the energy that we need to be mindful of. The 10 of Pentacles. There is something here, like an inheritance or legal matters, money that we think is coming to us that's going to be postponed or not coming to us at all. So be mindful of this. Be mindful of it's around an inheritance or something. It could even be like we always loved our grandma's locket and somebody winds up taking it. You know, that type of energy here coming forward. So be mindful about this around heirlooms that we really love, around things that hold a lot of memories. Somebody else might be claiming them or they might go missing. You know, that type of energy, which I don't like to say, it isn't something that I like, the energy that I like to bring forward, but I'm just the messenger. And that's what Spirit wants us to be aware of during this time. Yeah. It can even be, you know, there's somebody that took advantage of a loved one. All right. And then they get their house or they get their house signed over to them or something like that. It's legal matters here to do with an inheritance, to do with something of value generationally that we're fighting for. And it doesn't mean that it has to go south, right? It doesn't mean that it doesn't have to go our way, but it does mean that, yeah, that we might not have this prosperity for a little while. So just be aware of this, or it's more of a fight than we thought it was going to be. It moves us then to the chakra energy of the soul star chakra. This is blessings, this is love, this is connection coming through. The soul star chakra is saying, I'm illuminating you. I'm illuminating the way forward. I'm illuminating this brilliance. And it's going to be that we're going to sit there and think, I don't know why I know this, or I don't know why I'm drawn there, but I am. It brings us then to the Maya. And the Maya comes forward and says, allow past mistakes to help you see through all illusions so you can understand and act upon what you know is real and what is false. And that can also be, oh my gosh, okay, so Spirit just said backtrack. That can also be what the 10 of Pentacles is saying. There can be something that we carry generationally, like, you know, a parent went to prison or somebody was a drug addict or, you know, illness, a mental illness or a physical illness, and now we're afraid of it. And it's been ruling us instead of us ruling our own lives. So it doesn't have to be something negative at all. It's just like, no, I'm taking back control, and this doesn't have to be what I inherit from that parent or from that, you know, that line. So just be aware of that. That Spirit is really saying here, you get to embrace your destiny and yourself. And it hasn't already been, it's like it's not written in stone. And I know if you believe in the Akashic, I forget the words of it, but the records, like that things were written before we were even born, but it doesn't mean that it has to be that way. It means that we have these experiences that we're going to learn, and it can be that you get sick, right? But it can be with a cold instead of with something more. And it depends on us. It depends on where we are in our journey at that time. So don't think, oh, it has to be like this, because Spirit is really showing that it's washing away and that we are set free because of it. It's washing away and we are set free, which I really, really like, because there's something here. And we can even think, oh, you know, all the women in my family have bad marriages, or all the men, you know, have this or that. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not. Let yourself be free. Let yourself be free from those patterns. It moves us to the Knight of Swords, which makes so much more sense now because we're taking the reins. Spirit is just having the reins focused in. It's like we're taking the reins, and now we're cutting through a lot of negativity that has been a part of us. And it brings us to the world opening up. And the world opens first in our mind. And why does it do that? Because let us talk about this angel day for just a moment. 44 is a sign of God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe's love and protection. The guardian angels, our guardian angels, are watching over us and keeping us safe. You know, we are protected, we are held during this time. We are surrounded by hope and optimism and good fortune. We are shielded from harm by this higher protection. 44 is regarded as a vehicle of divine messages. We are taking those messages. We have them coming in with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we are taking in these messages because we are that recipient, that messenger, that receiver, that carrier of messages, because knights would also carry messages for kings and queens. In the Bible, the number 40 was the days between Jesus's crucifixion and his ascension. So there's so much that's coming to us during this time. Now, it's not 44, but some places do say that it is 44. So you can read it that way. Positive energy brings blessings and it brings protection, especially when we're going through hard times. And we've been through hard times. We can feel it. This can also be that, money's tight. I mean, money is tight, right? The world is intense. Things are different than they once were. And so here we're looking at that very much so. And we're saying, I'm not alone, and I am not going to be forgotten. I'm not forgotten. And so this moves us to the place where the world opens, but it opens first in our minds, because we're now looking at the situations differently. And Spirit's saying, even though, Spirit said we might not, get the inheritance that we wanted or something like that, something comes through the back door. It comes through the back door. It's like that person might be greedy, that person might be selfish, but it comes through in a way that, it comes in a blessing that is bigger than what we had originally thought it was going to be. And it brings us then to us receiving those messages. Now we have to be mindful here with the 10 of air, because the 10 of swords is us being overwhelmed. And this is a time where we take the hurts and the pains and the disappointments and we say, no, I'm not held back. I'm not held down. But there is something here where it almost feels like we're at a breaking point when it comes to what mentally we can keep on carrying on with. We can keep on taking. This is the darkness before the dawn. This is I'm going to scream into my pillow before I am awakened into myself. And then we hear the messages. We receive what divinity is giving us. And that leads us to a place where, we're very nostalgic. We were living in the past. We wanted to recreate something that was once beautiful. And now we're realizing, what? That had its day. It had its moment. And now I am the ruler of me now. The Emperor comes in, Aries energy. It is that warrior spirit, right? That sense of I am moving towards these goals, this desire, this want, this need. I'm changing the game. And as I claim my throne, claim my worth, know what I desire, everything is opening to me. Because I am standing here in the now. I am looking at me. And there's such an energy here of I see my worth. I see. There's just a sense of I see. I don't know if we get new glasses or contacts or something happens and it's like, wow, I can see so much better. Or we put eye drops in, but there's just such a sense here. Like, we have allergies, we put eye drops in. I see so much better. And I see my worth. I see where I sit. I see why I am claiming this. And it moves us to that Knight of Swords energy where it is just nobody is going to stop me. And I am a warrior and I am a fighter and I know how I am rising, how I'm embracing my energy vibration, how I'm putting myself in a higher level to achieve more. Because this is a real sense of I am achieving my very best. I am not hiding away anymore. We can also have an air sign energy around us. Again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're strong. They are strong people who are going to show us different ways of looking at things or seeing things or, embracing. And it's like, this is what I'm fighting for. This is what I want. And it brings us to the Page of Cups. We start to become a student, a healer. We do. We start to heal. We start to heal that inner child. We start to embrace what we love. We start to become excited about things again, which Virgo, we most definitely need. We need that excitement, that beauty, that tenacity. And it brings us then to the 10 of Cups, love, connection. We've finished the mental cycle here with the 10 of Swords. With the 10 of Cups, we finished an emotional cycle. And it's made us know what we want for our happily ever after, for what brings us joy and success and brilliance. We are seeing us. And as we see us and as we take in what we love, it moves us to this soulmate connection, this true love connection. We could be meeting someone. It doesn't mean that we know that that person's going to be the one that we fall in love with, the one that we have a great business relationship with, the one that becomes our best friend. It doesn't mean that we know this right away. But the heart sings. The heart sings and we are led. Now, it could be that we are led to music or ideas or a different place to live or a new job. But the heart is going to be leading us during this time. And it's going to be exciting, so listen. Now, we also have the Knight of Cups coming forward. And the Knight of Cups is, I'm protecting this. So it's going to be that something comes forward and we can become very jealous around this person or with these ideas because we want to protect it. Or there could be somebody around here who's jealous. There's something that comes in and it kind of sours things before it becomes sweet. It's kind of like, I just see lemonade being made. I don't know if somebody's drinking lemonade and, you know, it's a little bit sour and then the sugar hits, you know, you mix up the sugar at the bottom and then it's really super sweet. But there's something here where it was sour, but now it's sweet. And I've been fighting for this, but there's somebody who's going to kind of come in and they kind of sour things up. So just be aware of that when you make that connection first, and you can decide, you know what, I'll come back to this later, or you know what, this isn't the person for me because right now they're too tangled in something, but our soul still sings having met them. And that's something that we'll just come back to and be like, wow, that was such a beautiful connection. It moves us then to us taking in those messages, taking in that beauty with the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, with us really moving forward in these messages that we are getting. And it moves us towards love. It moves us towards healing. It moves us towards, you know, new ideas and new openings. It brings us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that is rebirth. Okay, that is the way that we're coming out of darkness. There is a sense here of be mindful of people who say, I've totally changed. Be mindful of people who are carrying this energy of a holier than thou because they say, oh, I'm reborn. I'm reborn. I don't know if somebody's a born again, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there's a person who will say, oh, well, I found the truth, or I found beauty, or I found, you know, all the answers. They haven't. They haven't. They're just hiding behind something else to judge people by. This isn't a true person of faith or of beauty. This is a person who's finding a new mask to hide behind. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, determination. We are so focused and so determined here, Virgo, that we don't care. This is also the water that we were seeing before in the very beginning. You know, this comes in now. This comes in. We're swimming upstream. But we're swimming upstream to that place of rebirth. We're swimming upstream to that place of like holiness for ourselves. That place that we need to be to start the cycle all over again, or to start the cycle and embrace the cycle of who we are. There's just such determined focus around us. We don't know why we're so driven, and it's because the doors are opening. It's because there's beauty coming in. And then we have our subconscious, you know, Goddess Oracle cards. And this is the Guardian. And it says, take time to be aware of and prepared for all contingencies by making your home base secure so that you feel safe and protected. Period. End of discussion. Not only your home, your sanctuary, but also you, your home base. So when you touch base with you, it's not, I'm a failure, I can't do this. It's, I am strong, I am mighty, I am moving forward in such power. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Ace of Cups. It begins with healing. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of love, a gift of healing, a gift of beauty, a gift of stepping into ourselves, stepping into our own. It's emotional, and we will find that we can be very emotional during this time, but it is also profoundly powerful. It then leads us to the Fool. There's a fear of, I'm going to make a fool out of myself. I'm going to misstep, or everybody's going to laugh. You know, people do the quote-unquote normal thing. They have the respectable jobs. They do what is expected of them. And I'm not saying that you don't. But they never are foolish. And everybody says, oh, well, I can understand what you're doing. I can understand how you're doing it. But if you step out of line, people tend to mock. People tend to laugh. And what Spirit is saying here, and I use we talking because it's that connection that we have. But it's saying, if you can be so boring and so safe that you never step out, you never try, and you never use the gifts that you were given, was that really safe? Or was that hiding your light under a bushel? Was that embracing your blessings? Or was that hiding them away? And that's what Spirit is saying here. It's like, are you hiding? Or are you ready to be who you are? And if people laugh, that's awesome. That's fine. Let them laugh. But embrace you. Embrace you, because nobody succeeds if first they aren't afraid to make a fool out of themselves. No entrepreneur, no hero, no, of any story, no powerful person no artist, no creator, nobody says they're going to do something that's out of the box and isn't laughed at, isn't called a fool, isn't called a dreamer, isn't mocked. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to our subconscious, going deeper into the tarot. And not only here are we, well, okay, so not only are we the knight, but we are now also the king. Within us, there's a power, there's a claiming of the throne, there's a knowing what we want. And again, it can seem so foolish. I mean, as long as it's not, hurtful or hateful, people, right? It can seem so foolish that we think, oh no, I can't do this. Like, this is my dream, this is what I really want, but nobody will understand. I have such a draw to this place, to this, way of life, but nobody will understand. Why not you understand? Embrace your prosperity, embrace your success, because you already know that you're the king. You've already claimed the throne within you. Your subconscious is saying, this is what needs to be, and yet we're ignoring it because it's not really fitting in, right? And we have a lot going on. We have a lot of burdens. We have a lot going on right now. And so we can let that time pass until everything's perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect. It moves us then to the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords coming through. Now we have 3 knights, right? Do we have 3 knights? Yeah, we do. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Now we have the Knight of Swords. And this is the Knight of Swords coming through 3 times. Divine number. There is it's either somebody around us, or we have this idea that keeps nagging at the back of our head. And it's like, don't ignore me, don't ignore me. It's trying to move us forward. It's trying to bring us to that hero point of our story. So don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Or it could be somebody else who's saying, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? This is what you're really good at. Embrace it. And we're afraid. We are just afraid. What if I embrace this and I make a fool out of myself? What if you embrace it and you don't? And you don't. And it becomes something that you say, wow, I'm so glad I took that chance. I'm so glad I did this. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of us, but also as we start embracing us. All right. So as we begin this meditation, there will be a loud sound. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. And may you have a blessed angel day.